Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at DSLA protocol. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one. It's going to be linked in the top right-hand corner of the screen. Now let's jump straight into the TA. Jumping into the daily chart right now, we have a Fibonacci retracement set up from the swing high in April down to the swing low in January. This is the exact same fib we had in our previous video, which was back on June 20th, I think. And at that point, we were sitting above the 0.5, I think. We were somewhere here. And we gave you these two support levels at the golden ratio and at the 0.786. And I said that we're probably going to be coming back down here. Hopefully we're able to stay above this December low, because if we're going to drop below the January 2023 low, I should say, not December, then we're probably going to be continuing to the downside and even getting back down to the 1.272, which no one wants to see, obviously, because that would be, and that wouldn't be good considering the fact that we want to start an uptrend here. And for an uptrend, we do need to print lower highs or higher lows and higher highs. So if we end up dropping below that, then we're basically invalidating that possibility, at least temporarily. So my hope is that we end up either retesting the 786, and that would be our sort of area where we bounce off, because on the daily chart, you were getting pretty oversold here, and in fact you're printing some sort of a bullish divergence. If you take a look at the RSI, you're printing a higher low here, but on the price action you were printing a lower low, and we're getting a bit of a move to the upside here. The 20 MA is rejecting us, so possibly expect a little retest, quick retest of the golden ratio here at 0.008838. We did have a few retests here. We did wick to that zone a few times after we lost it in August, but we could just do it one more time. And this would be a nice swing trading opportunity for anyone looking to sell here and then possibly buy back at the 786 or whatever. That would be a 33% cheaper price for you to get into DSLA. But if you don't want to be risking it, just keep buying the lows. Make sure your average buying price is as low as possible before we get to the bull market. But also understand that this is a low cap gem. You don't want to be overexposing yourself too much, because no one knows what's going to happen in the next year or so. The project might just end up dying, or we can dip for the next year. But I don't think that's going to be happening with DSLA protocol, and you have to take those risks yourself. Just because I'm investing into this doesn't mean that it's automatically a good investment for you. So once again, there's not a lot to cover here. We're basically dumping from the local high in April. We're down approximately 83%. Pretty much expected for low caps when you have these massive pullbacks on Bitcoin. And well, I don't think that's a massive pullback for Bitcoin, but altcoins typically go harder than Bitcoin. So there is a chance we might be retesting the local low here. I don't know how likely that is. Depends on what Bitcoin does in the next few weeks. But if we end up dropping below $24,000, we might as well come back down to 0.000344 for DSLA. Now, I do want to switch over to the weekly chart. And before we continue with the video, I quickly want to mention my Patreon that's linked down below in the description. If you enjoy my content, you want to get more exclusive content, and you want to support me at the same time, definitely feel free to check out the Patreon, because you're going to get a 7-day free access on my Patreon and an instant access to all of my content since October 2021, which is when I started. You'll get access to content like exclusive weekly podcasts, and we're starting to invite guests already. We have 40 plus low cap gem posts. We have a bunch of project reviews. We have a bunch of resources that are going to help you save time and make more money with this upcoming bull market. So this is definitely a great exchange of value for the both of us. And once again, there's a 7-day free trial. Feel free to check it out. You can leave anytime, and let's continue with the video. Taking a look at the weekly chart, so we have this massive resistance trend line, and that's going to be one of our major indicators. So if we end up breaking above it, that's going to be a very strong sign telling us that the bulls are starting to take over. If we have enough volume coming in at that time, that will confirm the breakout, and at that point we can expect a backtest of support and an uptrend from there. Hopefully that's what is going to be happening. We did get an EMA squeeze on the weekly chart, which is when the 20 EMA, the yellow line, bounces off the 55 and they continue going down basically. It was looking like we were going to get a bullish cross. We even barely briefly got it there for a few seconds, but then we dumped obviously with the Bitcoin pullback. So this is what happens. Nothing that is surprising me. We are getting closer and closer to this low. So worst case scenario, I'm expecting a double bottom pattern, but I definitely don't want to be dropping below that. If we start dropping below that low, we are going to start targeting these local bottoms, and I really don't want to be going that low for DSLA because that would be too deep, and I don't want to be, I don't want it to take forever for us to recover, obviously. But these low caps can start pumping and dumping out of the blue, so just understand what you're getting yourself into. Now, if indeed this January 2023 low is our bear market bottom, then we could potentially be looking at almost 7 cents for our first target in the bull market, and then 11.5 cents for our second target. Now, 26 cents I think would be a bit too much, but from the current prices, we're potentially looking at a 9,485% to the upside and a 16,000% to the upside. So that would potentially take us to above $1 billion market cap, I think. So I went into the coin market cap calculator, and you can see that the total supply is 5,491,000,000 tokens. Basically, the entire supply is out in circulation here, which is great to see. So 94.1%, technically the entire supply is out. And this means that there's not going to be a lot of token dilution, and we're not going to get a lot of price suppression because of new tokens being dumped into the markets. If we're looking at 10 cents for the bull market, we're going to be sitting at a $549 million market cap, so essentially $500 million. And if you're looking at 20 cents, that would obviously take us to $1 billion market cap. Can we do $1 billion? I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't know, but I do know that even 10 cents is a massive level for us to take profits. So if we take a look at 10 cents, which is right over here, and you have, approximately 1 million coins, you're looking at $100,000. So that's really good. And 500,000 tokens right now is approximately $500 or something, or even less than that. So, that's a good possibility. I'm not saying we're going to be getting to 10 cents. We might not even get to 7 cents. Who knows how bullish we get? But the possibility is there. The project is fairly new, so it basically launched during the previous bull market. So the next wave to the upside hopefully is going to be much higher than this top. But we'll see how things go. Let me know what you think of the price action chart. Let me know what you think of the project. Are you holding your tokens? Are you staking them? What are your bull market targets in 2025? And that's pretty much it for this video. Take care and stay safe.